name is Andrea. Today we're going to talk about adult learning styles, and we're going to do it a different kind of way. So join me in my world.
Hi, welcome to my world. This is my avatar. Come join me inside. This film will showcase 3 subjects: adult learning styles, understanding why adults learn, and adult learning environments. So come with me into my home so we can begin. Here we are inside of my home. And on the wall we have 4 posters: adult learning styles, hands-on learning, audio learning, and visual learning. Each poster consists of note cards and website links. So let's begin with the adult learning styles poster. As you can see, a note card popped up, and it says adult learning styles comes in many forms, both tangible and intangible. Adults differ in many ways with their learning styles. Therefore, different methods must be used to be effective. Understanding why adults learn is just as important as understanding the different methods adults use to retain what they have learned. There are several ALS methods, which are listed below. And as you can read, it says audio, experience savvy, focused learning, hands-on, participatory, return on learning, and visual. Let's look at the website. I'm going to go to the page, and as it loads, you will see a website that says How Adults Learn by Marsha L. Connor. The website is full of information that is helpful about adult learning styles. And let's go to the next poster, hands-on learning poster. The note card says, hands-on learning style is a physical interaction with elements based on the training topic. Hands-on learners prefer activities they can manipulate and that are practical to the training. Therefore, learners are actively engaged in manipulating materials to better understand what they are learning. Let's go to the web page. The web page is a Q&A that has more information in regards to hands-on learning. It gives information about teacher responses and what developer thoughts were. And let's close out of here and go to the next poster. The next poster is visual learning. Let's click on that. The note card for this says, visual learners prefer to read materials based on the training topic. Therefore, they typically see what they are learning by using mental pictures. They prefer to see written materials. Therefore, visual tools such as graphs, video, information written on a whiteboard, and other visual learning tools to be more effective for visual learners. Let's go to the web page. Here we are at About.com, and the title of the article says Learning Styles, Know and Use Your Personal Learning Style by Grace Fleming. This article again is full of information about visual learning. As you can see here, it even says visual learning characteristics, such as visual learners are good at spelling but forget names, and they also need quiet study time. Let's close out of this website and the note card. Our next poster is audio learning. Let's click on that. The note card says, audio learners prefer to listen more than most people. They are able to sit in a lecture-style training session and remember what they have heard and apply it effectively during reflections or while taking tests. Let's go to the website. The website is from About.com, and the article says, its title is Auditory Learners by Melissa Kelly. And this takes a very good look at auditory learners, and it gives you information in regards to how auditory learners listen and how they adapt. And let's close out of here. Next, we're going to learn about why adults learn. So follow me. On this wall we have 3 posters: Focused Learning, Return on Learning, and Experience Savvy. Understanding why adults learn is just as important as understanding the different methods adults use to retain what they have learned. Let's begin with focused learning. The note card says people who prefer focused learning styles often are looking for specific information from their training. Therefore, they are more focused on what they are learning and usually come to the training motivated to learn. Let's go to the web page. The title of the web page is Attentional Personal Style by Robert Nidifer. And he came up with 4 styles: focused, systematic, strategic, and aware. And this website gives you more in depth in regards to focused learning. Let's close out this site. Next, let's click on the Return on Learning poster. The note card says, Return on Learning. Adults expect an immediate return on what they have learned and, at the same time, for it to be helpful. Learning is a process of sharing information and applying what was learned. On the other hand, organizations are looking for return on their investments in their employees attending trainings, which would garner low employee turnovers, a supportive work environment, and will match their organizational needs. Let's go to the web page. The article is titled Return on Learning Part 3, Measuring the Return on Investment in Training by Tad Waddington. This article is full of information and resources in regards to return on learning. It goes into depth in regards to how to measure the return on learning, which will be very helpful to organizations looking to have a business case to sending their employees to trainings. Let's close out of this website. Note card, and let's go to the next poster, which is Experience Savvy. Experience Savvy. Adults come to a training with a certain amount of experience from which they can draw from and share with others. This is important because the learner's knowledge can be a resource for the trainer as well as for other learners. Experiential learning stems from the learners themselves and not so much from the training directly. Experiential learners reflect upon their experiences, which in turn creates a dynamic learning environment. Let's go to the website. The website titled David A. Kolb on Experiential Learning. This information in this website is very good. David Kolb on Experiential Learning, he talks about a lot of experiences and observations and forming abstract concepts. Now let's close out of this website and the note card. Next, we're going to talk about adult learning environments. How comfortable an adult is during their training session is just as important as how they learn. Let's click on psychological environment. Psychological environment gives some control to the learners during the training. For example, allow one learner to be a timekeeper for breaks through a portion of the training. Lay down ground rules that establishes privacy and open engagement. One speaker at a time and there are no wrong answers are other good rules to establish. Getting learners involved in this manner fosters ownership of their learning progress. Let's go to the website. The title of the article is Respectful Classroom Environment. Create a positive learning environment that promotes respect by Tammy Andrew. This article is very good in the sense that it talks about student involvement, classroom expectations, and curriculum rigor. Let's close out of this website and note card. Next, let's click on physical environment. Physical environment. Adults are more apt to retain what they have learned if their environment is comfortable temperature-wise. There also need to be adequate lighting and audible clarity. How a room is set up is also a factor. The tables and chairs need to be configured in such a way that generates conversation and group work. Let's go to the web page. The web page, the article is Classroom Organization, the Physical Environment. This web page talks about arranging space, desk placement, and environmental preferences. This website is full of information and resources. Let's close the website and the note card. So remember these few tidbits. Adults differ in many ways with their learning styles. Therefore, different methods must be used to be effective. Also, if the environment is too cold or warm, then the learner will concentrate more on making themselves comfortable than on their training. Therefore, there is some loss of knowledge that the learner will never gain due to their uncomfortable environment. Also remember that the learning styles that were taught here today, they can be used in conjunction with each other. It all depends on the adult's preference as to how they like to learn and retain their information. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.